Hello. Oh my goodness, I just can't seem to speak anymore. I am just an update on stuff that's going on and maybe a story time, memory, whatever. I am packing up stuff to get out as much as I can out of this house, and I'm going to take it over to my aunt's residence, and after all, I am a renter there. I still have to change my address. I am going to have as little here as possible for when I have to be here. I can't do this anymore. I have to be here for the cats because I have to take care of them, but I can at least go away here and there for a night or two or whatever. It's getting harder. He needs to go into assisted living. He's so stubborn. And what you get is you get this, well, if he's of sound mind, nobody can make him do things. He's not making the best decisions, but they don't seem to care about that. So it's just getting a lot harder. And I need to take care of myself. I got that cortisone shot, which hurt like the dickens. And I mean, it helped, but I need to go to therapy, and I need to get myself better. I've been going downhill, and I can't be any good to anybody if I'm no good to myself. So that's that. But the thing that I wanted to share tonight makes me, hold on, Kleenex. I don't know if anybody, and let me know if you have been so taken, attached to an animal that, I don't know, maybe I can't get through this. What happened was my daughter had called me, and this was, oh my goodness, it's been a few years. It's been a few years. And she called me and she says, Mom, you got to come to the vet's office. And I don't even know if she was home. I think she had gotten a picture, and she says, you have to go see this dog. And it was at the vet's office, and it had been abused. And it was an all white, deaf pit bull. I don't know what it was about that dog. And I went in there, and the dog was so scared. And you couldn't put a collar on him. They would put a shock collar on him and shock him all the time and stuff. So I'd go in there and I'd sit. I don't know what it was about this dog. I would sit there for hours. And I would just talk to him. And then he'd come a little closer. And then one day he came around and he put his head under my arm. And it was like, that was it. And I asked if I could take him home and foster him. So I was allowed to take him home. I loved that dog. I loved that dog so much, I would have hocked my house. And I know people will say I'm crazy, that I was stupid, and I didn't have him that long. He slept with me, and he would always stick by my side. He was good with my family. He was good with my daughter's dog. I took him up to where she went to college, and we didn't have any problems. And I named him Zeppelin. He was strong. Oh my God, he was strong. I had put him on we had a chain that was to our shed to the house so we could put him on a runner. I mean, when we had our other dogs, and they could run back and forth. It was really long, so it gave him a lot of room to like just, be able to move around. He broke that chain right out of the cement. Oh my God, he was strong. And I didn't know then. I had him on a collar. I didn't have him on a harness like thing. He literally dragged me across the yard to run next door because they had a dog. He was male dog aggressive. And he didn't hurt anybody, and he didn't hurt the dog. And I had gotten control of him. But they did have a little bit of a scuffle, but nobody got hurt. And I was like, they were good neighbors and stuff, and I told them that if there was anything at all, I mean, if they noticed anything and if they had to take their dog to the vet, by all means, I would have paid the bill. But thank goodness nothing had transpired. And I got him home, and I'm learning about him. And it was like he would sleep. I'll show you pictures. I'll be posting pictures. And I would have to walk up to him. I would just have to gently touch him to wake him up to come to bed. So I didn't want to startle him. I love that dog. He was good with my whole family. But he wasn't my dog. And I didn't know then what I know today. Had I known, I'd still have him. But I had taken him everywhere with me. And we went to this, I can't remember what it, I can't remember what it was. Might have been a yard sale, or I don't know, it was some fundraiser that the rescue was having. So I went there with him, and I took him out. And this lady came up, and I was like, before I could say, don't approach, he lunged at her because she was, I don't know if it was the way, I mean, oh, dog, you don't ever go up to a dog without asking. At least I don't. Because he lunged at her with no warning, I guess, the head of the foster called me and told me to go take him to the vet's to have him put down, or she was going to call the police to get him. I'm sorry. I tried to think of everything. And I knew that if the police came, or whoever she would send, it would not be good. There was nothing I could do. So I took him to the vets. And I thought, it had to be me. And I'm not going to go into detail about what happened. But had I known that I could have written a letter, all it would have taken would be a letter releasing them of any responsibility, I would still have him. I would have made sure that, I would have put up the highest fence. I would have made sure that anybody that came over was safe. I would have done everything. I was going to take him to special training on how to deal with a deaf dog and how to train them and how to communicate with them. I don't think I'll ever forgive myself. I know people think I'm crazy because I sit there and I said he was my soulmate when in the animal world, like, and I don't know what it was. I've never felt that way about a pet before. There was just something really super special about him beyond anything I've ever known. He was like my protector. He would have been an amazing pet. And I couldn't save him. Let me know, really, if you've ever, because I don't want to feel that I'm the only one that has been that close to an animal. And I don't think that I'll ever be able to talk about him without breaking down. I just feel so. I was so helpless, and I couldn't do anything at the time. And it just. I have to, like, really bury it to. Because, like I said, this is how I get whenever he comes up. And it's been years. I still feel really guilty that I couldn't save him. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna have a good cry and then I'm just gonna take a deep breath, count to 10, and talk to Mr. Biggs. I just don't think I'll ever run into another dog like him. And I always said I wish I would have a dog someday. I don't know. Anyway, tell me I'm not crazy for feeling that way. So I will talk to you all later. You have a good night. I have to go take care of some cats tomorrow morning and I need a shower. I have some errands to run, some things to do, and tomorrow's a craft show for my aunt, so I need to be there early and let her spend some money and have some fun. Y'all have a good night.